last week, decided I was going to sit in my bedroom instead of back in my office today. So today is a get her done kind of a day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, hey, hey. All right, this is being recorded, so I'll go ahead and hop in. We want to talk recruitment. And we are a pretty, hey, Noelle, I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you on here. So good to see you middle of the day. Thank you guys for jumping on these little lunch and learns. These middle of the day Zooms are much easier for us. And then if they don't work for anybody on your team, simply send them the link that they can watch later. Okay. So as you guys know, we're in the middle of our diamond run. If you're on my team personally, I think most of the faces I see on here, you are on my team personally. So your orders are counting towards the diamond run. So here we are. Wanted to update you guys. Probably, it's hard to tell with subs and such a big team, but about 175 new orders away from diamond that we're inching towards every day. So who qualifies? I want to make sure there's zero confusion on who qualifies and somebody doesn't go and place like 10 orders on their one account. Because once an account hits 100 PV, that account counts towards points towards the diamond run. So it's going to be new orders, new welcome packs, new 100 PVs, those who do not currently have 100 PV and then they end up getting 100 PV, that's who's going to count towards the larger goal. So we're going to talk recruitment. We are massive recruiters on Team Revive, and sometimes we can get into lulls. And so I just want to talk about really the roller coaster of network marketing and how normal it is. So there are going to be seasons where you're massively recruiting. There are going to be times where you're just cruising along. Every month, my goal is to add at least 3 people, and then to help at least one of those people add 3 people themselves and to build on that. Once I've added 3 people, my next goal is to add 3 more people. Once one of those people have gone silver, my goal is to help another person go silver. And then remember, we don't want anybody to start alone. So it should be a ripple effect every single time that somebody joins. You're asking them who they can start with. Oh no, it's bad connection. Can somebody tell me if it's bad connection for you too? I do live in the country. Can try to connect to my hotspot. You can see me. Can you hear me fine, Shelby? So when people join, we want it to be very normal that they are joining with someone else. For me personally, I started secretly and skeptically, but I joined with 2 other people who talked me into joining Plexus, but I was the closest connection with Krista. I'm dying laughing. I just realized I have a green shirt on with this. Today is a get her done. I'm washing my sheets, all the things. It's fine, you guys. It's fine. Squirrel. Okay. So for me, I wouldn't have been as successful if I wouldn't have joined with those people. We were like, hey, like my friend Julie, her hot flashes were going away. My friend Jess, she was feeling more stable. She was happier. She did it for hormone balance. I did it just because I wanted to get healthier. And Julie wanted her daughter to lose weight, and she personally had health goals. We were all seeing different things, and we realized that there was a connection to blood sugar balance, gut health, and inflammation. And had we not been encouraging one another, hey, have you had your pink drink? Hey, did you have yours? How'd you sleep last night? How'd you sleep last night? And we were seeing different successes. I probably wouldn't still be here. So 6 to 7 months later, when the Lord was like, you need to start sharing this stuff, I had belief because I myself had a testimony. So did Julie, and so did Jess. So when we don't start alone, we're encouraging one another to take supplements. We're encouraging one another to get healthy and to partner with those supplements. Me and Jess were going on walks every single day and doing our supplements together. So you have accountability. So if you're adding people and they're joining with someone, your team is going to be in momentum, and that's easy recruitment. We all have at least one person, a mom, a sister, a best friend, somebody that will do this with us. And I don't buy that people can't afford it. I actually just got off of a training call where they were talking about people selling things on Facebook Marketplace, people taking their grocery budget and seeing where they could cut and replace it with Plexus. If people realize that they need the supplements and they have belief that they're going to work, they will figure out a way to pay for it. Krista Deary, um, our upline here, she could not afford it. Like, they were on food stamps. They were very poor, but she realized she also could not afford not to try the supplements because her health was in such a bad place. She followed the prompting of the Lord and she told her husband, "Hey, I'm going to try this. If it doesn't work in 60 days, I'll get my money back and I'll go check myself into a hospital. But I want to try this first because I feel like there's something on this." And 60 days in, you guys know the story. She felt like herself. Chad felt like he had his wife back, and it was huge. And now she's a six-figure income earner. So think about those people that are out there that can't afford it now, but maybe this is exactly the tool that they need to get them to where they're supposed to be. Remember, motivation will come and it will go. You cannot ride on motivation. A lot of you guys are newer here. And so you're like excited, right? There's motivation in the beginning, but maybe you've been around for a couple months and you're like losing the motivation. Here's what you need: discipline and consistency. For me, consistency is what took me to a jewel level. I did it even on the days where I didn't feel like it. What am I doing every single day? Every single day that I'm working, because I do have Sabbath days. Every single day that I'm putting in work, I'm reaching out to people, okay? I'm seeing if they need health or finances. Maybe I'm just simply asking them if they've seen my Facebook post. Maybe you can reach out to somebody and ask them if they know anything about gut health. Do they know about candida overgrowth? Have they ever heard about the microbiome? There are other questions outside of the keyword plexus that you can reach out to people about. My favorite magic message to send people, though, is, "Hey, I'm sure you've seen my plexus posts by now. Do you have any health or financial goals?" It can get the ball rolling. Here's a goal I want for you guys to focus on. I want you guys to focus on how many no's can I get instead of trying to figure out how many people can order. Here's the thing: if you're focused on reaching out to people and them saying no, you're not going to get discouraged. The only difference between me and you is I've been told no a whole lot more. I've pushed past fear of people not wanting this, maybe misjudging my motives, and pushed past that because I know that I have a gift that they need. So you have to ride on that and know people are going to say no. Just like when you go to a restaurant and somebody suggests something to you, how many times do you say yes? More times than not, we're like, nope, we already have in mind what we want to order and what we're going to do. But if the waitress is really good and she can talk me into something, I might end up ordering the extra dessert or the drink that's a special, or maybe the lunch special. So you have to be able to go into it thinking, hey, this isn't going to be for everyone right away. But if we continue to plant the right seeds and build belief, both in our posting and in our relationship, people will come around. Okay. I've been doing this for 8 years almost now. And people who tell me flat out no order, some of those people even have become my best business builders because they've been watching and seeing my consistency over the years. So know that your consistency is doing work and do not get discouraged. Know that there will be quieter months, but your work is not in vain. You're planting seeds and you are reaching people that you don't even know who you're reaching to. Also, I'm following up. I would say my main thing for me becoming a jewel is follow up. I followed up with people for 7 years. I continue to follow up with people even now because once somebody tells me that they need plexus, I find that it's my responsibility to steward their need for health or finances and to continue to follow up. So I'll follow up and be like, hey, I know the last time we talked, it wasn't the right time. Maybe now is the right time. Here's a special that we're offering. Can I help you get started? Okay, that's very basic. The more relational you can add into it, maybe you know that their kid just had a birthday. Hey, how did the birthday go? Be relational as you're talking to people, but don't make it super lengthy and wordy. I don't have time to read lengthy, wordy messages. So be direct, but allow people to know that you do care because we have to care about the people and know who you're talking to. Okay. So follow up again and again and again and again. Know it's going to take 8 to 12 follow up points before somebody actually orders. And I know that to be true. It's beautiful when people order right away, but that's not the case all of the time unless you already have established relationship and trust with that person. So you're building relationship and trust, and they're watching your journey unfold in order to know that this is the real deal and that you're the real deal. People want to join you. So you have to know, who are you talking to? Let's just take all of the people that are currently on this Zoom now. All of us started for a different reason, and you're looking for specific people. Okay. So Team Revive is looking for people to revive people in their health, their finances, and in the kingdom, right? I would love for my team to continue to be booming with people who love the Lord, for people who want to expand the kingdom. They want to help people in their health and in their finances to expand the kingdom. I personally was a tired mom who accepted a whole lot of gut health issues to be normal. So I'm looking for people who maybe they're not really trained in gut health yet, but they want to get healthier themselves. I'm in ministry. So typically I'm talking to people who are in ministry. They travel a lot. They're mamas of multiple children, and I want to reach out to them. Where were you when you started Plexus? Where are you right now? And who can you speak into to better their life where they are at? If we're talking to everyone, like, hey, internet, this is what I have to offer, we're really not talking to anyone. So figure out how you can specifically focus your reach and talk to specific people, because then you're going to draw out those specific people versus talking to a broad range of people. Post every single day. Every single day. If you haven't already posted every day, work your way up to that, but integrate in Plexus to what you do all the time. There are people who want to know what's going on in your life. What are you filling your life with? And how can you add that value to other people? And then sprinkle Plexus in. I'm posting every day, almost every single day. If I miss a day, I catch up and it's okay. There's grace, but be social on social media. Get in people's lives. This is building trust with them. This is letting them know who you are. So then they're going to want to order from you because they're like, hey, Olivia, she's got a lot of kids. She's a homeschool mom like me. She's so relatable. And this has helped her with her lifestyle. Okay. So be posting every day and be social on social media. How do I reach out to people? I'm reaching out to people who are viewing my stories daily. I used to never look at that, but you can actually see who is looking at your stories every single day. Start to reach out to those people and be like, hey, thanks so much for following along. What of my stories have interested you the most? Thanks for supporting my small business. Do you have any health goals? So you're starting to reach out to people who are already watching what you're posting and what you're doing. Maybe they want to reach out to me about ministry, about my children, about our vacations, and maybe it's the health aspect, but I won't know that unless I reach out to them and start to build that relationship. And then I'm personally growing every single day, whether it's a book, a podcast, a YouTube training. But I don't want us to get so fat on YouTube trainings and not the action. Like, I feel like our team, you have the tools, but you have to put in the action. And the more action that you put in, the more momentum you're going to have, right? I love that Jessi just did 100-person reach out. If you reach out to 100 people, you're going to have conversations. And most likely, if 10 people respond to you and 90 people don't, you're actually not going to care that 90 people didn't respond to you because you have 10 conversations going, keeping you busy. So keep that momentum going and make new connections. Maybe you're sitting there and you're like, I don't have the platform or the network that you have. Guess what? I didn't start with that. You have to build that. So start building your connections and making new connections every single day. How do we do that? We add new people, you join groups, you go places every single day. It is not weird to stay connected with people who are doing your nails, who they're doing your hair. They're at your kids' connection. So start connecting and get them on your social media so they can see a little bit about what you are all about. So I'm going to pass it over to Jessi and then be thinking of questions that you guys have, because we want to make sure we're answering specific questions that you guys have. And she's going to let you know a little bit about what she's been doing.
Can you guys hear me okay? Yes? Okay, awesome. Sorry, we just got a new microphone and I was like, I think it's connected. I'm not really sure. All right, let me add myself on here as a spotlight. All right, can you guys see me? All good? All right, awesome. How are you guys doing? Good? I'm doing awesome. I went to Pilates this morning. We have a new Pilates studio that just opened in our town. And my team knows I actually prayed that Pilates studio in. I know it sounds crazy, but I was like, I really want a pretty Pilates studio. I actually looked into possibly getting certified myself and then found out I needed to do 750 hours of Pilates to get certified. And so then I decided to not open the studio and just get to intercession. But here's the thing, I always joke around with my team, but it's not really a joke because I always say that our team has unreasonable favor. And when I first went to convention with Morgan, I was sitting up with her in the jewel seats and went to the black tie gala. And something that I said to Morgan was, Morgan, I am at this black tie gala and I'm sitting in these seats because I am favored. And she laughed. And I was like, watch, this time next year, I'll be walking that jewel stage. And we laughed again. But ever since I was young, I've had a conviction that the people that follow Jesus should have unreasonable favor. So even when I wasn't walking with the Lord, I still believed that I was favored because I grew up as a Christian. And so I just want to encourage you guys when we're reaching out to people, I think first and foremost is to realize that if someone's not responding to you, it has nothing to do with your identity. I tell that to my team all the time, especially Jess J, who gets like really hot and Latina on me and people not responding. And I just say, I'm like, Jess, it's not personal. Like, this is just the name of the game. It's kind of a numbers thing. When you plant seeds, sometimes you'll reap a bigger harvest some months maybe it's 3 people, sometimes it's 6. But what I do know is this one thing I know, this has nothing to do with your identity. So I think that first and foremost, you got to like shake off all of that fear of rejection stuff, especially when it comes to recruitment. So if I reach out to 100 people and no one responds to me, I'm not crying on my porch thinking I'm a loser. I'm thinking, man, tomorrow I got to reach out to 100 other people and maybe I'm going to change what I'm saying in my reach out. So I'm using everything as a test. Nothing has to do with like if I'm called, if God like wants me to do Plexus or not. Like all of that has to get settled first in the secret place. Like, is the Lord asking you to do this? If yes, then don't waver. I think too many people, when it comes to Plexus, they waver and then they over spiritualize why they're not recruiting, why they're not business building, why it's not working. It's the enemy is attacking us, this and that. And I'm like, no, no, no. It's just the ebb and flow of doing a business, right? Like sometimes it's not Satan. Sometimes it's just like a busy week for people, right? And so you just got to realize like, a huge part of this, I tell my team all the time, right? I think the biggest part of success in Plexus is just to keep going. right? Like keep taking your products, keep reaching out to people. One of the things I tell my team regularly that I just believe that it works all the time is a very simple thing. It's like if you reach out to people and you post, you will be guaranteed to see success. And I always say to them, I'm like, test me, just test me. I believe in the method so much that I'm like, if you just do it and it doesn't work, like I'll pay you $100, like just do it. Because usually when people aren't recruiting, if I look at their DMs, they're not talking to people. So it's like if someone's like, I didn't sign up anyone this week. Well, if you gave me your Instagram and Facebook login and I logged into your account, I would see why you didn't sign anyone up. So it's not, I know we want to make it like this magic mystery thing. It's really not. It's super simple. You just keep showing up every single day. So that being said, I have some notes here, and I've just written down over the last 2 months some of the things that worked for recruitment and some of the things that didn't work. And I'll share these notes as well on the Vegas chat that we have for our team. And if you're new and you don't have access to the chat, just let us know, and we can just kind of add you on there. But I'm not even joking, like, it's so annoying how simple and easy this is. It's just, you just got to be willing to do it. So you just have to decide in your heart, I'm going to give it all for 90 days. And if I just show up every day for 90 days and nothing happens, then Jessi was wrong. I can hate her forever. But like, I promise you, you can ask my team, you can ask Nicole Berry, you can ask Amanda Bovey, all these people. I'm like, don't complicate it. Just do what I'm telling you to do, and I promise you'll see success. And to all my Gen Z girls on there, I see a few of you on there. I know Shelby's on here. Um, Guys, don't play jazz. Don't get super creative. Don't think that millennials don't know how to talk to Gen Zers. I fell into the pride trap myself. When I first started, I was like, these Plexus homeschool moms, they're not going to relate to my audience. Like, I'm so different and very unique. And I have a very magical, specific way to speak to people. And I stayed at gold for a year. And Morgan can tell you, even with a large social media following, I just sat at gold for a whole year, unwavering, not moving. And then I decided to go to convention, lay down my pride, humble myself, and learn from people that had seen success in a business that I knew nothing about, right? And then I did what they said to do. And then I double ranked up the next month. Last month, I personally recruited 57 people myself. Okay. I recruited 57 people in 1 month, and my team recruited 189 people. And we're an emerald team. So we're not even a diamond team. We have a wide team and a pretty deep team, but we're constantly recruiting. And so something I want to encourage you guys is this isn't a magical secret thing, right? We just do what the people who have gone before us have done, and we humble ourselves and we do the simple things over and over and over again. Okay. So here is the first simple thing. So if you're taking notes, which you should be doing because all leaders are note takers, amen, right? All leaders have their Bibles in church, right? We know those things. Okay. So if you're taking notes right now, the first thing you're going to write down, okay, numero uno is first, add the people that are in your actual life. Okay, I know that sounds so basic. I see some of you are new here. I see some of my new VIPs are on here, and you're like, how do I get started? How do I do this? Okay, the first hurdle that you're trying to hit, and if you are building a team, the first hurdle you're bringing your VIPs into is recruiting their first person. Because when they recruit their first person, they get that option to become an ambassador. Now, Plexus is absolutely insane and amazing, and they don't charge you hundreds of dollars like other network marketing companies to switch your account from a consumer account to an ambassador account. So all you have to do at Plexus is just sign up one person and you get to make money. Like most network marketing companies, you actually have to buy in, and it's usually super expensive to become like an ambassador. Here at Plexus, what's absolutely insane is that you can accidentally become an ambassador. So I love that because it takes that barrier away from so many people. So your job, if you're building a team or if you're brand new here, is to help your people help one person. Okay, so who is that ideal one first person? Well, it's your mother-in-law. It's your mom. Maybe it's your husband or your best friend, right? I always tell my team, give suggestions to your new VIPs on who that first person is. So don't say, hey, do you have anyone in the big whole world that could start Plexus? They'll be like, no, I don't have anyone. Because like most people are kind of a little lazy, but everyone has one person. So I'll reach out and say, hey, is your husband in the best shape of his life? And if the answer is yes, then say, okay, does he have friends that want to get healthy? If their husband is not like in the CrossFit games and is not in the best shape of their life, then they need the products. And guess what? Most wives that do this with their husband actually see more success. Okay, so I usually say first, get your husband to sign up with you, right? Next person. This is a great thing to do with a mom or a mother-in-law. The first person I signed up, so my husband is actually in great shape. So my first person I signed up was my mother-in-law, Mavis, right? And Mavis was like, I don't know if I could do the business. She was like 68 years old, right? She's like, I'm not a social media person. And I was like, listen, if you need to have 1 million followers on social media, then this isn't going to work for anyone, right? Like most people that are the diamonds, they don't have big social media followings. Kinley, who Morgan and I were just talking about, she has like no social media following. I actually like can't even find like any of her posts. And she's usually in the top 3 for every contest. So that goes to show us that this is a possibility for every single person. Okay. So Mavis was the first person I signed up. Why? Because I spend every day with her. So if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it with someone that I spend real time with in real life. So what I could say to someone is sign up your mom, sign up your best friend. Something I also say to people is, okay, if I opened a Pilates studio, and all my dreams came true, and I gave you, okay, like Olivia, Dana, Nicole, Jessica, Brittany, like Alyssa, I gave you a gift certificate, and I said, here's a voucher for 5 free memberships to my new Pilates studio. And you can give this voucher for a free membership to 5 people. Who are those 5 people you would give this Pilates membership to? I want you to give me their names right now. Have them write down those names. Okay, those are the key people that they should be signing up. It's the people that they would want to work out with, that they would want to bless, right? Because we need to dismantle this whole weird belief that we're like, I don't want to sell people, I don't want to manipulate people. It's like, you're not. People are actually getting healed from these products. They actually work. And when people do the reset, they see those immediate results. And then when they continue on the triplex for 90 days, they see those long lasting results. And so the more you do this with people that are with you, the more you're going to continue and you're going to help them. Okay. So first is those 5 people. Okay. Next, I'm going to talk about, if you're writing notes, I want you to write down dream team recruitment. Dream team recruitment. Okay. So this, oh, guys, I just got to say, I know I keep pushing Vegas, but you just need to be there. I can't emphasize this enough, but Vegas was a game changer for me. And then I know that like a lot of our team was at Punta Cana, but when y'all show up to these Plexus events, I can't explain it to you, but like I promise you, if I didn't go to Punta Cana, I would not currently be an emerald. Like Punta Cana was what gave me the vision to make an emerald push. Like Jess J can tell you, Morgan, like I left this session and I was like, I saw all these women walk the stage as new emeralds, and I was like, if they can do it, why can't I do it? I know usually it takes people months to do it. I'm going to do it in 1 month. And I just had vision and I just was excited and I just believed in what we were doing with Plexus. And I just want to encourage you, you need to be at Vegas because you will get vision for yourself and for others, right? Like I got Jess J to do the business and to sign up for a convention last year when I was at convention. I was like, girl, you need to be here next year. I don't care what you need to do. And so I just want to encourage you guys, please, like make this a non-negotiable. It's like, it's a game changer. Okay, so I learned this dream team recruitment. I learned this at Punta Cana. Morgan and I were talking to this woman named Summer on the beach, and she said to me, she goes, you know what changed my business? And I love the like side conversations that happen at Plexus events. It's like always the little like, you're getting like a coffee or a snack, and someone's like, do you want to know the key to exploding your business? And it just is crazy. So Summer said to Morgan and I, she goes, the Lord gave her a revelation to not just build randomly, but to build a dream team. And so she sat with the Lord and said, who's my dream team? And she said, I want to grow a team of prophets. And she like really was strategic with it. And I was like, that's really cool. I haven't thought about that. And she goes, yeah, I actually wanted to figure out if I was going to go to war with people and link arms with people, who would be those dream team people that I would want to do that with? And she wrote down their names, and then she sent them a voice memo and reached out to them saying, you're my dream team member. I made a list and you're on that list. Okay. And so I actually did that in March. And I think that's a huge reason why I recruited so many people. For example, Crystal, who just went senior silver last month, right? In her first month, she went senior silver. She's moving here to Wilmington in June. I've done ministry with Crystal for a long time. She's a good friend of mine. She's a fitness instructor, right? She's in great shape. She's fun. She's cool. And I was like, Crystal, you are my dream team member. And I sent her a voice memo and I was like, this is what I said. And I'm going to just copy and paste it so you guys can save this in the chat. And I would encourage you, leave this as a video or a voice memo to those 40 dream team members. But I was like, Crystal, I'm reaching out to you because you are a dream team member for me. And obviously, like, talk how you talk. But I was like, I'd love to help you improve your health. And I think you'd crush the business side too. And I'd love to have you help with ministry in Vegas in June. What's your health and financial goals? Because for me, personally, I'm not just building a business, I'm also building a Plexus ministry team because my vision is with those encounter nights, with the baptisms, that we're actually making a difference in the marketplace. So I need team members that are not victims. I need team members that know who they are in Christ, that know that they're called to fulfill the Great Commission, and they're all hands on deck. They're generous. Like Kelly Marlowe is one of the most generous people I know. And my team, we practice radical generosity. We practice serving other people, right? A lot of times my team members buy welcome packs for people that the Holy Spirit leads them to purchase products for. So I just want to encourage you, figure out who is that dream team member. Write down 40 names. I know you're thinking 40 is a lot, but if you're building a ministry team, you're going to need 40 people because revival, there's like, I think 8 or 9 or 10,000 people at convention. I don't know, Morgan, you can let us know in the chat. It's a lot, but the harvest is plentiful up at convention. And we're going to have our green hoodies. We're going to have cute t-shirts. We're going to have all of the things to go and get the harvest, but I can't go and get the harvest with 3 people. We need to have a team of people to invade Plexus, right? 10K most likely, Morgan said, yeah. So that's what I do. I reach out and as you can see, look what I wrote there. I said, I think I'd love to help you improve your health. And I think you'd crush the business side too. So I'm not like hiding this business opportunity. I'm not trying to bait and switch them right away. I'm saying, listen, I want to help you get healthy. I think you'd actually crush this in the business. And I want you to be on my ministry team in Vegas. So when I reached out to Crystal, and here's the thing, I wasn't lying to her. I actually meant it. And I every day was like, Crystal, can you put up a post up? And Crystal's like, I'm not even active on social media. Like, how do I make a reel? I'm like, just do this. Just do this every day. Reach out to this person. Do this. And guys, in 1 month, She earned over $800 as a Fast Start Senior Silver, and she's moving in a few months and now has extra money and is now building a team. You see, so you're actually really truly helping people. And I just want to like encourage you, you actually need to have that belief. Okay, so next, you're going to write this down. Who is your niche? Speak to that person and cast vision to them. So Morgan talked about that earlier, and I'm just wanting to put like an exclamation point on that. But listen, you can't recruit everybody. Like you are not like the person for everyone, right? So like even in ministry, people know, right? Like not everyone's going to go to your church, right? Like you are not the end all be all for everyone. So who are your people? Spend some time with the Lord. Ask the Lord, who has he called you to lead? What kind of person? So I'm going to bring up Jess J for example, because it's just easy and funny, but I was talking to her about her niche, what kind of post she should be doing on social media, what kind of team she should be building, right? So Jess J is like from New York. She like grew up in the hood. Like she has chickens in her backyard and like likes really organic stuff, but is like not opposed to like luxury hotels. And so I call her like my crunchy bougie friend. Like she's my crunchy bougie friend. And that is her demo, right? Her demo are like, who are those homestead moms that like want to homestead more like 50 acres in Montana and not like living like a homeless person, right? So that is like her demo. So when she makes content, she's going to show her garden, right? And be like, man, I love drinking Plexus because probably all of my people following me see homeopathic or naturopath doctors, right? Like all the time she's like, Jess, what do I do? This person's seeing a naturopath doctor. I'm like, that's not my demo. My demo is like Orange County, like Real Housewives, like I that like want to do revival. I'm like, none of my people are seeing naturopaths. They're like, I'm trying to get them to like not get Ozempic. Like that's my demo. It's just like totally different, right? Like they're getting like boob jobs and like Botox and using retinol. And they don't care if it's clean. They just want to lose weight, right? So you need to know who you're talking to. And then that's your primary audience. And you create content for them. You reach out to those people, right? Okay. So that's that. The next thing is, and Morgan said this, be in your stories daily and on your permanent posts, okay, post content that is worth paying attention to. So obviously you want to share information about the products. Obviously you want to share the like refer 369 like graphic that we all share over and over and like the Plexus income opportunities. You want to seed those in, right? But if that's all you're sharing, you're going to lose your audience's attention, right? You need to share things that are funny to you. You need to share, like, why do you do these products? Like, why are you actually interested in this? Even like, I shared a reel of like behind the scenes of Parker and I making content for this to just be like, this is so ridiculous. Like, we can't even do an unboxing together. Like, this is real life. Because at the end of the day, they're signing up to be on your team. They want to do this with you. So why you and not Krista Deary? Why you and not Morgan? Why you and not me, right? So there's something specifically that you have to offer people. And so again, get into the secret place. Ask the Lord, what makes you unique, right? What do you have to offer that other people can't? And create content that shares your why and who you're speaking to. Okay, I'm going to share my screen really quickly with you because I just want to give you guys some practical tools that I use for recruitment. These are some just simple things. So, okay, can you guys see my screen? Look at these are all my little notes. You see, I'm actually following notes. All right, so first thing is the winning day worksheet. Okay, give me a wave if you have this worksheet. Okay, I know again that we are all very unique and individuals, and what works for one person obviously won't work for us. But guys, this sheet is magic. And I promise if you just do it every day, you're going to grow and you will recruit. So this sheet, Krista has shared this a million times on our team page, but I tell my team, print it out and do it every day. Just commit, put it in a binder and just do it every day. It's not that hard and it takes about 30 minutes to do the whole thing. So I just tell myself, like, some days I can give myself more time to do Plexus. Some days it's crazy, right? Like, y'all know, I have like a 4-month-old baby, 3 little kids. We're leading a church. I travel and preach. And sometimes this sheet is like folded up in my pocket. And I'm like running to jump on a plane and just get this worksheet done. So you just have to commit to yourself, like, I'm doing it every single day, non negotiable. And so those are the things that you need to do. So, first is this worksheet. Okay, next. All the, oh gosh, now hold on. All these little things are popping up. All right. I'm going to show you guys this. Okay. So I call this warm reach outs, and I'll share this in the chat. Now look at how long this is. Everyone repeat after me. It's not very long. It's one sentence. I say when I reach out to people, hi, Sav. I don't know if you have seen my Plexus post that I'm doing with my friend Jessi or whoever, but I was wondering if you have any health or financial goals. Guys, no one wants to know the 7,000 different reasons you've done Plexus. One sentence, one sentence, one sentence, one sentence. I know you're creative. I know you are a New York Times bestselling author. Write one sentence because we are overwhelming people with so much information. So you just take this little thing, you can change some of the verbiage, obviously, and I would encourage you, you can do this or not do this. This is a personal preference, but I've seen that my team, when they do a 3-way chat with their sponsor and the other person, their recruitment actually goes up because you kind of tag team help bring in information. So I know Nicole Berry did like a bazillion reach outs last month, and so did Sav. Sav's like the reach out queen. But if you just do more of them, you get more of a response. Some people will ghost you and some people will respond to you. Okay, now if they respond, right? You're like, yay, they responded to me. Glory. Okay. So I use a program called Monday.com. So I'm going to show you my Monday.com. Okay, you guys see this? Okay. So when you're like, Jessi, what do you mean you followed up with 100 people? Like, is she exaggerating? No, they're all here in an actual spreadsheet. And I track every person that I talk to. And this is why my team calls me the mad scientist. Because here's the thing, if you don't know who you're talking to, when you need to follow up, and we're like, yay, follow up Friday, and Morgan's like, $10 discounts for everyone. And you're like, oh no, I don't have anyone to follow up with. This is how you build that list. Okay, so when you do those cold reach outs, when you're posting in your stories, let's say you do a story and someone's like, I'd be interested in doing a reset. Or they're like, tell me about this weird thing, Plexus, or I need to make extra money, whatever they say, right? Once there's any interest, right? I go to Monday.com and I built this simple spreadsheet. And if you want, I think I can share um like the blocking that I like made for it. But you'll see, so people that I'm developing to silver, I have like a little list here. Like my ambassadors, I have a little list here. My level ones, I have a little list here. So when I'm like doing a push for emeralds, I don't have to like search all through my dashboard who's where, like who am I helping to business build? Like I always have a list of people I'm developing for business building. Okay, now someone's interested, right? They immediately go into my Monday.com, right? And then I put their name. And then on the little add to conversation, I put like what I've done, followed up, wants to be moved to my team, right? Like I'm just doing little notes so I can see like, and I add their Instagram or their Facebook link on every single one. So I could just click on this and see her profile, right? So I can just go right on through and like click on all these different people, get information on them, send her this revival diet. Like, and so I'm seeing all these little notes, and I leave notes of what I last said when I followed up with them, etc. Right? Okay, so I have my Facebook leads, and when they're lost, that means that they don't want to do it. So those, you can see all my little lost. These are people that oh, Amber, actually, we got her. She became a senior silver last month, so I forgot to change that. So I lost her, and then 2 months later, we got her. So I don't even keep my lost people as totally lost. I'm like, they'll come around eventually. So she actually ended up doing the business. So you see all of my Instagram leads, all of the Facebook leads. So look at this. I have 139 people I'm following up with on Instagram and 115 on Facebook. So when we have Follow Up Friday, I have a huge net of people that I'm trying to follow up with. So if you guys don't know, like let's say you're doing 20 reach outs every day. Well, even if one person like responds to you every day, then you have 30 new leads every month. Do you see? And then those build every month. And that's with only one person reaching out to you out of 20. And that's usually more than that. And then something I also want to show you, a quick tool, just simple tool. So this is Monday.com. Second tool is Facebook. I know you guys are like, oh, that's not a tool. Okay, so you can go on Facebook and you can turn your account into a business account. And I would encourage everyone to turn their account into a business account. So I'm going to go to this Meta Business Suite. Okay, so you turn your account into a business account. Okay, and then what's really cool is you can go to your notifications here and you go to inbox. Now, I do all of my messages for Instagram and Facebook from my computer. I know you're like, Jessi, like, how can you take a break from social media right now? Well, I am doing it all from my computer. So I am here in here messaging and posting to people. And what's cool about this is you can star people that are your Plexus people. So this girl, Joy, I just signed her up last night. Do you see? Da, 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 da. That's like what we all want to see, right? Just put my order in. Thank you. So I put a little star that shows me that I need to follow up with that person. So when I'm scrolling through fast, right? I know Trish is on here and I can scroll really fast. These are all people that I'm following up with, right? So I can see um like where all these people are at, blah, 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 right? So as you go through, um, basically you can go through and then you can see on this is Facebook and then this is Instagram. So you can see all of your stars are all people that you're following up with. So you see all of these stars, right? So you see, I'm going to just show you this here. Okay. So March 31st, that was my Emerald run, right? So when I followed up with these people, you see, Ashley, we're 35 orders away. Jennifer, we're 35 orders away. Blah. And when I got that last push, I think, Morgan, I needed like 60 orders in the last 2 days. And people are like, how do you get 60 orders in 2 days? Well, you have a pool of 200 people that you're constantly following up with. And basically, not all these people ordered. Obviously, like this girl ghosted me, but I basically just took this, copy, and then paste it to the next person, you see? So I just want to encourage you using these tools like Messenger, the business suite, it breaks it up like this really nice for you. And then tracking your leads on Facebook, on Instagram, on Monday.com is how you can keep up with those people you're reaching out to so that you're planting seeds, but you're tilling the soil. Because everyone talks about planting the seeds and getting a harvest. Well, I own a blueberry farm, and you can't just plant, these pictures are coming up. You can't just plant seeds and I don't know what in the world is happening here. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, you can't just plant seeds and just have a harvest, right? Like you need to water those seeds. You need to till the soil, right? You need to take out the bramble and the weeds. So all of that is, oh, Morgan said Ashley Burling is on our team, huh? Okay, well then that's probably why she didn't respond to me. So Ashley, I forgive you for ghosting me. Um, but yeah, you can see as you just continually follow up with people, right? It's like, look, I have 200 people that have not signed up with me, guys. I'm not taking that personally. I'm just motivated now to add 100 more people to that list. So I'm gonna see, you never know why someone doesn't respond. That's so funny. That actually is funny that I just randomly picked that person. They're already on our team. Yeah, they're probably already on our team if they're not responding to you. So I wanted to open up to some Q&A. I hope that helps you guys. I wanted to make it really practical. I wanted you to see how I stay in momentum and the simple things that my team does. And every person on my team that ranked up last month, they just did this simple stuff over and over and over again. And like they're not like huge social media influencers. Now, obviously, I would say try to reach out to some social media influencers, like build your dream team. Like I'm just going to say, like, I'm probably a dream team member for Morgan, right? Because Eric Worre says like you'll probably only have a handful of people that actually run with you. And I'm just going to share this last little thing too. If you don't know how to recruit, like, I would encourage you to watch some of Eric Worre's trainings. I send them to my team all the time. Um, but I'm just going to share this with you. This is like little notes from Eric Worre's 90-day burst training. But he said the myth is slow and steady. So, like, slow and steady does not win the race in network marketing. So, he basically says you need to have two 90-day bursts a year. So mine right now is March, April, May. Like I am doing a push for March, April, and May. And then I usually do another one like July, August, September. But what's your vision to go 100%? What's your goal? Recruit 20 people, be upfront about commissions, bonuses, help people cast vision, right? Success loves speed. 12 of 20 will do something. 8 in 90 days will look like leaders. 4 in 1 year will generate 90% of your income. 1 will be doing more than half. That's your golden person. And in 5 years, you'll have 2 golden leaders, and that's how you hit diamond. All right. So Eric Worre says if you pretty much do this, then that's like the simple way that you go diamond in 5 years. And he says he's done these methods over and over and over again with people, and it just keeps working. All right. So Morgan, do you want to open it up for chat Q&A?
Yeah, let's do that. Two things that came to my mind as she was talking is one, a lot of you guys have a lot of goals, right? And some of you guys are like, oh, I'm behind on my goals. I want you to keep those in the forefront of your social media and when you're talking to people, because my personality joined the business side because Krista was asking for people to help her. So there's a whole lot of people that actually will do more for your goals and you stepping out than they will do for themselves. So always have a goal and be sharing that vision with your personal team, but also your social media. Because had Krista not shared about her own goal, I wouldn't have reached any of my goals or even stepped out in the business side. Break your goal down into tiny goals. Okay. So it is the 22nd. I think there's 30 days in this month. So there's 8 days left. Okay. So if I need 160 orders, I'm going to divide that by 8 and try to get that many orders each day and continue to build on that. Do know that at the end of the month, there will be a surge of momentum, but you're going to be disappointed if you're like, oh my gosh, the last 2 days after all your subs have run, you're in reaction mode and like trying to get all these people and it seems impossible versus breaking that goal up into tiny goals and continue to put it out on social media over and over again. Maybe do a giveaway on your social media, share where you're at. When you get an order, boost that post, tell them you got an order and make it in plain terms. Don't say like, I have 86 points and I need 20. People don't know what you're talking about. Say, I need one more order. One person ordered. I need 10 orders and count down from there. If you need help on how to break your goal down, where your goal is. I'd love to even hear some of your goals in the chat on where you're at. Ashley Burling, that's why I was laughing that Jessi was like, this girl ghosted me. She's going for senior gold. So she is going to break that goal up. She had kids who got massively sick. She's been sick. It's okay if you have roadblocks, regroup and run with those goals. Also, I feel a massive mindset block, like even as Jessi was talking specifically about identity. And I just want to speak into mindset for a second. All of the things that we shared today are practical things that you can do to recruit, to build your business. And if you get those down, you're going to be successful, but you have to have it on a foundation of a good healthy mindset. 90% of what we do is your mindset, and you have to have a belief in yourself, in the products, and in the business. You probably don't come in with belief in those three things. So you can borrow that belief until you have it on your own, but know that other people's perception of you is none of your business. They're not going to be the ones who pay your bills. And if I would have listened to all the people who wrongly assess my heart motives, then I wouldn't be anywhere. So I want you guys to check the condition of your heart. Did the Lord call you here? Are you ready to run here? Do you have the right motives? Are you ready to help people? Are you ready to expand the kingdom? Do you believe that this can better their health, that this can better their finances? Then you can run with that. Other people's opinions and other people are not the ones paying your bills. You're going to be fruitful if you stand on that foundation and you trust in what the Lord wants you to do. We're going to build from that. So do not care what other people think. I think, Jessi, you said you had a ton of people unfollow you last month during your Emerald Run. There are
I
going to
lost 873 followers in March,
that
but
is
I also earned a Lexus and a trip to Hawaii, so I didn't care.
that's right. And those people who are unfollowing, they just don't understand. You can't take it personally. They don't understand you, your heart. I personally did not understand network marketing. I didn't understand this. I misunderstood Krista. Originally, when I went to join, she sent me Chad's link, and I was like, it is one of those things. She's trying to put me under. I thought it was a pyramid scheme. I still didn't know pyramid schemes were illegal. And then now we laugh at how like misunderstood I was with the business of her. And I trusted her a whole lot, but I still was like, what is this thing? Where's the catch? And kept tippy toeing forward, thinking that there was going to be some kind of massive catch. And I would have been not blessed had I done that. So I want you guys to dig into your mindset, examine your heart. And if your heart motives are pure, don't let other people's perception of what you're doing or who you are stop you. You're living for an audience of one, and we want to glorify God in everything we do. We're committing our ways to Him and letting Him direct our path in what we're doing. All right, I'm going to scroll up because I did see questions. Jessi, you dropped the chart with the silver. Perfect. If you can drop the winning day sheet in here, that would be amazing too. Or if it's too difficult, we can do it in the chats, but just so the people on the call.
Yeah, I'll add those now.
Perfect. Amanda Bovey going for senior gold. Let's go. I think you and Ashley are around the same. And the other thing is like having a running buddy. But listen to me, I suggest running buddies, and I always do that hesitantly. If your running buddy gets negative, pull out and get a different running buddy. But there is such a beauty, like the fact that Jessi joined and is like just as excited about me going diamond and running alongside me, it amps me up. Watching her do the work and all of the things, it creates in me an excitement. There are so many people who are ready to go silver, senior silver, gold. That's the beauty of Team Revive and doing it together and saying, hey, did you reach out to 10 people today? Did you reach out to 20 people today? How many people told you no today? I got told no today too. So you're feeling that excitement, but negativity is not allowed there. So find a running buddy and know that it will be way more fun to do it with someone and run together towards success. 100%. I love that, Christy. Shannon, excited for you. If you see questions that you want to answer, did you see the generosity question? Where was that one?
Yeah, so I answered the generosity question. So you guys can go ahead and share and save that link. But basically we have something called Team Revive Legends, and our vision is to raise $50,000 from our team Plexus payouts and host a banquet for single moms and purchase for them a welcome pack. Train them in the business and help them purchase their children's Christmas wish list. So we're hoping to do it this year. But again, you guys, every time you get paid, or I pull out my pay at the end of the month because I just let it kind of build and then pull it out in one. You can give 10% or more. I know Kelly, I think, does way more than 10%, Kelly Marlowe. But you can give towards that Team Revive Legends. And let's see. And then once we hit $50,000, we're going to do this banquet for single moms, which will be so fun. So I love that our team has that. And then someone said, how do you guys come up with post ideas? Okay, I know this is like super boring, but I just look at what other people do and I scroll at reels, and anything that I think is like fun or funny or would speak to my community, I just kind of use that as inspiration and make something like similar. So
Yeah, we
that's a
have
really
that
simple
group.
way.
We have that group too, the social media ideas that will continue to drop things in there, different graphics. So you can do that and we'll continue to build on that. And even if you see a good post, throw it in there. Plexus is known for sharing posts, but make it your own as well. Because if you have a bunch of copied and pasted posts, even if it's a really good post, you're going to lose audience because they're like, oh, 10, I just saw 10 people do this. So my favorite thing is to see a post that somebody made that might not be in the same circle as me. Or I'll save a post. Okay, Jessi makes an awesome post. I'm going to save her post and do it in a week or two. So it's not the same day and it's like 10 of the same posts, if that makes sense as well. Also, with gifting or being generous, specifically, I know Jessi said sometimes we'll bless people with welcome packs. What I did in the beginning, and I was a pastor's wife, we did not have a whole lot of money. And I know Krista was similar too, is think about what you're going to make off of a sale and incentivize that way, right? So if you get a $20 welcome pack bonus, you can give somebody $10 back because you're going to make $20. So any of my team incentives or gifts was within what I was going to make. And I just allotted like a certain amount of like my paycheck. If I knew I was going to go fast start silver and I was going to make around $300, okay, well, maybe 50 of that would go back into blessing my team. And just starting small and building up from that is a way specifically to bless your team or incentivize your team. So you're still making an income and being able to grow through those incentives. But right now, guys, I use Plexus incentives. A lot of times when I'm saying I'll give $10 back, I'm not even personally giving that to people who sign up with me. I'm just using Save 16. So it's a way to build momentum on our own team, but no, the promos, the welcome packs alone are already discounted. So we don't want to cheapen what they're buying because that's going to kill your retention. If somebody comes in and has a free welcome pack or spends $40 on a welcome pack, it's going to be really hard for them to spend 140 the next month on a triplex. So I want them to have realistic expectations. There's 100% times that I donate products to somebody because I'm like, this is going to transform your health. Once it transforms their health, they find a way to pay for it. So there will be certain times where the Lord does tell you to do that. But if he doesn't, know that the welcome pack itself is already a huge blessing. And then our Save 16 is giving them a really great deal. And you can speak from that experience. Is there a group for men? We use Team Revive. Know that any incentive we do, okay, if we're like summer essentials and they're all girly, if a man were to win that, they can get an Amazon gift card. So we have some people who are like, I'll get it for my wife, but we have other people who are like, I'd rather the Amazon gift card. So any girly gift, we can give an Amazon gift card. There is, I'll have to find the link, Plexus Ambassadors for Men or something. There is one Plexus group that is for men. And sweet tea, y'all, we're praying it comes back. And then it won't be a pink drink. But men drink pink drinks. My husband just drank one before he went to the gym with an active. Blood sugars are just as important for men as it is for women. But hormones have been massively affected, and so the women have took over. Do you have any other questions that you saw? I'll scroll down here, Jessi.
I don't think so. The only thing is, again, I would encourage you guys to just make your goals really clear. Make sure that, can I just see a show of hands really fast for you that do have a camera on? If you have already recruited 3 and you're a silver, can you just go like this? Like if you have more than 3 people, Nicole Berry, go like this. Just keep going like this. Sorry, I'm scrolling through just to get an idea. Okay, cool. And all right, so if you recruited more than 3 people, right? So you are silver or higher, right? Your job and responsibility, I would say, is at a minimum to be recruiting at least 3 a month. That's like the healthy, you want to be like in that 3 to 10 range every month. I aim personally to recruit 20 every month so that if I fall short, I hit like 10. So if the higher you aim, if you fall short, you're still hitting high targets, right? But also, if you're past silver, which means that you have 3 people on your team, it's super important that you help those new VIPs help people, right? So every graphic that you're going to see about going gold or going senior gold, every single one of them talks about building team. And so I know I made the huge mistake of like going gold really like on my own. And so I just want to encourage you guys that bring people on that business building journey with you so that you can hit momentum a lot faster and easier. So make sure that all like this video, this training, we'll put this on the Team Revive YouTube page. Make sure to subscribe to that YouTube page and then make sure that you're sharing this video with your team and you're like, hey, let's do this together. Okay. So, let's end this in prayer. So Jesus, I just thank you so much for this team. I thank you that you've given us unreasonable favor in Plexus and beyond, Lord. I pray protection over each one of our marriages, over our family and our children, God. Any incorrect or wrong mindsets, Holy Spirit, I ask that you would heal our minds, that you would heal our hearts, Lord God. If we are operating in any kind of manipulation or control, Lord God, I ask that you would heal us, like just show us and give us vision of what it looks like to work with you and work with others in this business and grow the right way. Show us how to serve others in love. And Lord Jesus, I ask that we would have the most jewels on our team than any other team so that we can give you all the glory. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, everybody, I'll make sure to share this on the YouTube page. If you guys have any other questions, so you can ask us on the Vegas chat. And again, I shared up here the chat for that Vegas convention. Guys, you guys, again, gotta be there and then try to earn some cash, try to earn some like hotel rooms. Some of you are pretty close. So I just want to encourage you guys to shoot for that because we still have 2 more months of that contest or 3 more months. So make sure to try to win those things because free cash is awesome. So why not? All right. Bye, everyone. I hope you guys have a good day. Do your winning day IPAs today.